The similarities between the early Mennonites and the Jewish diaspora provide an intriguing example of how religious minorities under pressure tend to develop comparable social structures. Although Menno Simons based his writings almost exclusively on the New Testament and rarely referred explicitly to Jewish communities, the Mennonite societies that emerged from his teachings display clear parallels with the Jewish communal model. One of the most striking similarities is the concept of a people in exile. Jewish communities lived for centuries dispersed across different countries without a state of their own, which led them to develop strong internal systems for survival. Mennonites adopted a similar outlook by viewing themselves as strangers and pilgrims on earth. Their principled refusal to participate in state institutions, such as the military, courts, and oath-taking, forced them to withdraw into tightly knit, autonomous communities. In effect, this created a state within a state, where mutual support replaced the functions typically fulfilled by government. Trust also played a central role in both communities, especially in economic life. Within Jewish trading networks, merchants could conduct business across vast distances based largely on shared identity and religious norms. Menno Simons introduced a comparable system among the Mennonites, where brotherly love functioned not only as a moral principle, but also as an economic mechanism. Anyone who violated the trust of the community faced the ban, resulting in complete social and economic exclusion. This strict internal discipline made Mennonites exceptionally reliable business partners and contributed significantly to their economic success. A third important parallel is the emphasis on literacy. In Judaism, the ability to read the Torah was considered a religious obligation, leading to relatively high levels of education. Similarly, Anabaptism required every believer to read the Bible personally. This resulted in a community with above-average knowledge and skills, giving them an advantage in fields such as commerce, administration, technology, and medicine. Both groups also pursued a high degree of autonomy and self-governance. Jewish communities traditionally organized their own education, poor relief, and internal justice systems. Mennonites sought similar arrangements wherever possible, often requesting the right to run their own schools and resolve internal disputes without interference from secular authorities. This strengthened both their independence and internal cohesion. Whether the Mennonites consciously adopted this model from Jewish communities is unlikely. It is more plausibly explained as a case of convergent evolution. Different groups facing similar conditions of persecution and isolation tend to develop similar survival strategies. In such contexts, strong internal solidarity, an emphasis on education, and economic specialization prove highly effective. The key to the success of both Jewish and Mennonite communities was the high level of mutual trust. This trust significantly reduced transaction costs, as complex legal frameworks were often unnecessary. In an era marked by political instability and widespread distrust, these communities offered a reliable and secure environment for trade and cooperation. Mennonites can be seen as having developed a Christian version of a network-based society that closely resembles the Jewish diaspora model. While these similarities likely did not arise from direct imitation, they demonstrate how effective certain social structures can be when communities are forced to adapt to marginalization and persecution.